unlocks the potential to see one's aura ability while you are on hook. All survivors' auras are revealed to all other survivors. If the killer is within 16 meters of the hook while you're on hook, the killer's aura is revealed to you and all other survivors. I can't talk. While the survivor other than you is on hook, all other survivors' auras are revealed to you. If the killer is within 16 meters range of the hook survivor, the killer's aura is revealed to you. So it's a good info perk for like when you're on hook, everybody can see everybody, and someone else is on hook, you can see what's going on, and it's just good to figure out if you're not the one on hook, you can figure out if you need to go for the save or stay on the gen, or how close the killer is or where the killer's going. If the killer's coming towards your direction, you know, he'll disappear, his aura will disappear after 16 meters. So, you know, it gives you an idea of, okay, he's heading my way, I got this much time to finish the gen, maybe I should jump off and move along. Or if you don't see anybody heading towards the hook, after a minute, you can like run towards the hook. Or if you think nobody's gonna head, and you see somebody running towards the hook, you can stay on the gen. So, you know, it's a good information to catch. You don't know how many times I've played this game. They're like, somebody gonna get them off hook, and then and then I stop doing the gen and run to them, and they get about halfway there, so I pulls them off hook. And stuff. You've been on the gen doing the gen, so it helps you from wasting time in the game. Gen time or game time is gen time. So really good perk for everybody to know where everybody's doing at that time. It's kind of a pivotal moment in the match when someone's hooked. You know, everybody's kind of like you're down to 3v1 without having anybody dead. It's kind of like a temporary 3v1, and that makes the killer just a little bit lot more stronger. So, you know, it gives you information, you know where the killer is in a certain range from the hook and whatnot. So it's a good perk for you and everybody. Kind of help out yourself and help yourself out. Then you got Deja Vu. This is really good for knowing gen placements. The aura of three gens within close proximity to one another revealed to you. Gain a 6% gen, 6% repair speed bonus on level 3 gens. This is a good way for you to know where your gens are and know where the free gen is, because the game likes to clutter free gens sometimes more in like a nice close area, which makes it easy for the killer to defend. But if you know where they are and have a little bit of speed, you can bust that or break that free gen up and make it easier for you guys to spread the gens out and put pressure on the killer before the killer can put anything. A lot of killers try to put pressure on you, and you can kind of balance the power out and everything like that. And it helps with gen speed and also helps with gen placement, so you know where the gens are going to be, and the normal 3 gen and the secondary 3 gen, because there's always like a first kind of tight 3 gen, and then if you're not paying attention or if you do the wrong gen in Deja Vu, you'll make another 3 gen will pop up. And most of the time it's not as tight as the original 3 gen, but there have been times it's been tighter. But it lets you keep eyes on a gen and help you what gen you should do, what gen maybe you should not do, or maybe do for last game. So if there are like 2 gens that are near to each other, the killer can bounce back and forth and throw those gens. Maybe there's one that he doesn't know about that he has trouble getting to, the killer has trouble getting to, so you can just run over there and get that one kind of under his nose, and zoom over there. So it's a really good perk for, you know, knowing your gen placements and trying to figure the game out, and also gives you a little bit of repair speed bonus, which sometimes comes in very, very clutch. And it works really good with a toolbox. I'm not running the toolbox, I'm running the route mix. And we will make it. Helping others is strengthens your morals, or your moral. When you rescue a survivor from the hook, and you go up and pull them off the hook, gain a 100% increase while healing others for 90 seconds. And this is not just for the person you unhook. If you happen to unhook that person and you heal them up, and you heal them up at 200% instead of 100%, which is really makes it really quick. So you kind of heal underhook or heal close to hook, and you get that person reset back in action, which is really good. If someone else in that 90 seconds is injured and you get to them, you still have that 100% speed increase to heal. So you can, I've healed like 2 or 3 people in the time, because it was all kind of close together, because we kind of ran to where they are or they ran to us as we was finishing the heal, and yeah, I've healed like two or three people in like no time. And especially if somebody helps you, it's super quick. So if you get a double heal or cooperative heal, and you still got this up, yeah, it's almost like it's almost instant kill. So it's really good to keep in the game and kind of combat tunneling where the killer, which is where the killer comes back and goes for you straight off hook because you're now the weakest link of the team because you're already injured and you have a hook state. And if you can get healed up quick enough, it kind of makes the killer think twice about hitting you because now he has to hit you twice instead of once to hit you. And sometimes that'll cost him a gen or cost him a match. So yeah, it's really good, and it's a really good team perk too to help you. And most times when you play, if you've got a good team mentality, people will help you out and give you heal. Yeah, so it's also good. It's just a good way to save time. Sometimes time on heals too. So like I said, next time gen time. It's a good perk for that. And you got resilience. So you have resilience. This is for if you are injured. You are motivated in dire situations. Grant 9% additional speed to repairing, sabotaging, healing, hooking, unhooking, vaulting, cleansing, or blessing a totem. Opening gates and um, and unlocking while it doesn't take chest, but it needs chest. You know, I don't know why the word chest was not there, but it should say unlocking chest while injured. So while you're injured, all those actions, repairing, sabotaging, unhooking, vaulting, cleansing and/or blessing a totem, opening the gate, and unlocking chest are now 9% faster. Which in chase, sometimes that's the difference between a hit or a hit or a knockdown, or a down or a miss when you're vaulting over a pallet or a window. Yeah, sometimes that 9% will get you through clean and let you continue to chase and waste the killer's time, or maybe even have the killer leave you soon. So nice little I don't want to call it a beginner's build, but kind of like a easy build to get, what an easy build to use while you are a beginner until you get more perks, maybe get more people unlocked. But these perks are all available to everybody at the beginning of the game. You can buy the base game, which is for original people, and you will have access to these perks. These perks no matter what on anybody, and they'll be access to anybody on anybody to buy without having to someone to get. Like if you were to buy the game and then buy Laura, you'd have to at least prestige Laura to prestige one before you can get her perks on everybody. But these perks will already be on her, or will already be on her. You don't have to prestige all that to get to get her perks on Laura. You haven't messed with her, put the points in her. You'd have to get her to level 1 to get Claudette's perks on her. But while you're doing that, or while you're learning and playing the new character, you will have these perks all the time. So let's see if they do this any good. It's not a bad. It's not the strongest build, but once you get into the game and buy more people and get more perks unlocked and whatnot, you will find out what's strong, what works for your gameplay style, and everything like that. So let's get into it. Farming, which is a style of match where the killer will let you just do pins and whatnot to accumulate blood points, which is nice. my syringe. I hope that's the danger of swapping out sometimes if you want to do that. At least I got my syringe. Rella.
Hey, whoa!
Thank you. Let's go over here. Let's not go over here. Here's my syringe. Quiet mode this shit. My resiliency while I'm healing up with the syringe. It's not an insta heal, but it's a free heal basically. You don't have to heal yourself, or someone doesn't have to heal you. But it takes around 16 seconds. A normal heal, longer, shorter, depending on what your perks and what everything is. Okay, that gem's. What is the? Oh, okay, we got a nice spread here. We got a nice spread. So hiding in lockers is not always a good strategy, but I find it works a lot more, like especially because it takes time to check them. But sometimes it's obvious that you're in them, so that they will catch you, or if they see you go in them. If you got the perk Quick and Quiet that comes with Meg, which is, I think she comes with the base game. As long as you get her prestiged up to level 1, everybody has it. You can use it. You can fast vault quick. You can fast vault nice and quietly, like I said earlier. So it's nice. It's nice. You can just jump into a locker without making any noise and doesn't kill her. I don't think he might be camping. Yep, he's camping. Thought he was. Best thing to do in camping, especially if you know how close or fast he's camping, is to stay away so they'll get their bar if he's close enough for the bar, or just kind of smash gens. I think this is all she wrote, fellas. Damn it. Of course. I think this is also rock, Andy. Bitch. Time that just right, you can get this done. If you mistime it, he will just bowl right through it. Oh, wasn't paying attention. I was trying to use the event power to block the whatchamacallit. I should have paid attention. Don't take your looping skills from me. I'm not the best looper. I'm just trying to show you some easy perks, some already available perks, so you can get them so you can have some type of chance, maybe, or you have some, you know. It's not the strongest build, but it is a nice team build, and will help you out. Heal me. Let's go.
What?
I vaulted right into him. No, I'm dead, sweetie. Stop talking. Ooh, I got a pip. I'll take it. Another easy build to acquire. Yeah, there's a Feng Ming a perk in here. We'll get to it when we get to it. But you got a Meg Thomas perk. I'm pretty sure she comes with the base game, so all you have to do is prestige her to prestige one, and it's on all your runs at lower levels. And you can either keep prestiging her to prestige two and give it to make it another level for everybody, or you can go to the character you want and level them up, and this will level up with them as long as you've got Meg at prestige one, which quick and quiet is one I was talking about earlier. This is one I talked about previously because I think I'll put these two together. You do not make much noise as others when quickly vaulting over obstacles or hiding in lockers. The vault and hide action noise detections and audio range is reduced by 100%. This is effectively can this effect can only be triggered once every 15 seconds. That is really bad language. Uh, Put it this way: fast vaulting when you're running and you vault into a locker, vault over a pallet and or window, you make a noise, a thunk, because I guess your feet hang down and crack it, and make a big noise or whatever. Well, this perk stops that. This perk keeps you from making a noise when you fast vault either into a locker or over a pallet or over a window, and it has a cooldown of 15 seconds. And it's really nice to and it's really nice to confuse the killer, get away from the killer, make the killer think that you're moved around somewhere else when you're not, or if the killer's coming and you want to leave quickly and you want to leave quickly and quietly. You can fast vault and maybe hide around the corner or just move to a rock nearby. And most of the time, killers, unless if it's like late game or they think you're around or maybe see your scratch marks or whatever, might come looking for you. But if you can hit the window and then maybe walk away and find somewhere to hide, they'll most likely, not all the time, but most likely leave you be, and because they don't know where you're at and they don't want to waste time looking for you, especially early match. So you can get right back on the gin and keep pressuring that gin that she was on. So it's really good. And also, if the killers do come looking for you, they don't know exactly which way you went because you didn't make a noise saying, "Hey, I went this way." So it's really good for that. And then I paired it with a Feng Min perk, Lithe. Feng Min, she's a character you can get basically for free with these iridescent shards. You get them every match as long as you do, especially if you do good in a match. The better you do in a match, the more you get, I think. And then you get these up to a certain level. I think it's 9,000 of them, and you can get a DBD original character for free. If it's a licensed character like Jill Valentine or Laurie Strode or Quentin or the Stranger Things people, you have to actually buy them with real world money. You can't use in-game currency. But if it's someone like Meg or Turi here or Rello Rose, which is the newest survivor, or even with killers, as long as it's like someone like the Spirit or the Doctor or something like that, as long as it's a DBD original character, you can grind out, save up your points, and buy them for free, which is I would recommend that, especially the best you can, especially early. You get points quickly, but like I said, I don't know if it levels out as higher up you get levels because your prestige level flips back over to one. It goes from 1 to 100, and then flips back over to one, and then now your prestige 1 to 100, prestige 2 flips back over, etc., etc. And each level you get iridescent shards. Sometimes you get gifted iridescent shards. We're in a gifting period right now during the event, so they might gift us shards and everything, and you can use it to buy Feng Min. And she comes with a set of perks, which Lithe is one of them, or Leith, or however you want to pronounce it. And it's a really good perk, especially you pair it with this. And for beginners, if you're not good at looping, especially most beginners are not good at looping or don't know what looping is or how to use a tile correctly. And I'm still learning myself, and I've been playing this game for like 3 years. And so you can, if you don't feel comfortable looping a looping or whatever, you can just hit the vault, especially if you got quick and quiet, and the killer doesn't know where you're at, and you can. After performing a rushed vault or a fast vault, you gain 50% haste for 3 seconds. For 3 seconds, so he's basically you basically get a sprint burst, a 3 second sprint burst with before after you vault. Once you land, boom, you're gone for 3 seconds. And if you got quick and quiet, pair it quick and quiet, the killer may or may not know where you went, and it might take him a second to find you. You can grab some distance, waste his time, and match time is gen time. But this is an exhaustion perk because it causes exhaustion for 40 seconds, and life cannot be used while you're exhausted. And this is a exhaustion perk, which is which is a good strong perk for survivors, and it's a good way to bamboozle or frustrate the killer. But like I said, once you use it, it's ineligible to be used for 40 seconds, and it'll have a. I think it'll turn red, and then the red will slowly go around the circle. Go around the diamond, kind of like kind of like a pie chart getting slowly depleted until it's gone, and then when it lights back up, it is ready to go. And it's a 40-second wait, and then you can boom, life again. And then there's actually I should, and we'll leave it. We'll leave it as it. Well, actually, yeah, we'll leave it as is. And you're good to go. There's a perk called Vigil. I think it's a common perk. I'll have to make a build with that here in a second, and that'll make the 40 seconds. I think it knocks it down to 35 or 37 seconds, something like that, because it's a percentage. I'd have to read it, but it makes you lose your exhaustion faster and allow you to use your exhaustion perks. In this case, life. If we was running Vigil with it, a lot quicker, a lot faster. Takes your cooldown down. But we're not using it because why not? Because I got a challenge to use leader, and also leader's a good perk. You're able to organize a team more efficiently and increase other survivors' healing, sabotage, unhooking, cleansing, opening exit gates, and chest unlocking speeds by 25% when they are within 5 meters range from you. Yeah, this is good for cooperative healing. Like if you're healing someone, they gain fast speed. So if you got a fast heal speed, they got a fast heal speed, you can get that person healed up really nice and quickly and get them reset back into the game. The survivors can only be affected by one leader effect at a time. So if you have leader and someone else has leader, you're only affecting them, and they're only affecting you. You can't like double affect someone. There's not triple heal. They're not triple heals or anything. But if I have leader and I'm standing near somebody that's unhooking, and someone else has leader that's standing near somebody hooking, they don't stack. They won't get a 50% unhooking speed. They only get a 25% unhooking speed from whoever's there first. I guess that gets the priority, or same way with opening a gate or opening a chest or cleansing a totem or whatever. If there's 2 people with leader there, they only get the effect from one of us. So, which is fine. And at a time, and this effect persists on the survivor for 15 seconds after leaving the leader's effective perk range. So once they leave the 5-meter range, they still have 15 seconds of leader to use on whoever. So if I happen to get chased off, or I need to run away for a save or whatever, they'll still have 15 seconds of leader as like a lingerance for them. So like I said, it's a good perk. It helps out a lot, and everything like that. It's a good team perk, cooperative perk. Another good team perk here is Prove Thyself. For every other survivor working on a generator within 4 meters range will gain 10% repair speed. This bonus is also applied to other survivors within range. So if you get on a gen, someone else gets on a gen, and you're working on the gen together, they will get a 10% repair speed bonus. Repair the gen 10 times faster, which is really good and helps you get the gens done in a timely fashion. And it also works like if they're on a gen and you happen to be near them on a gen, which it's a 4-meter range, but sometimes, or if you're near them and you're running around and doing a chest or doing a totem, and you're not on the gen with them, as long as you're not too far away, they'll still get your effect, and you can get back on the gen with them to help them. or if it's last gen and they're on a double gen and and it sounds like it's really close, you can just kind of stand nearby and give them a repair speed bonus without doing the gen, and maybe help them out there if the killer's not around, which is good. But only, oh sorry, and survivors can only be affected by one prove thyself effect at a time. So again, this doesn't stack. So like I can't have prove thyself and then be on a gen with someone who has prove thyself, and then someone that doesn't have prove thyself. It can't, like, the prove thyself won't stack on that one person. The prove thyself will go to one of the other persons, and the other persons will go to one of us, and there'll be someone without prove thyself. But still, that's not bad. Still, that's a 20% bonus speed. So that's cool. If there's another person with prove thyself there, that would be like, that would be a 30% on that gen. So that'd be another reason why just to stay in there. So if you know everybody has proved thyself, you can, like, zoom on a gen real quick. So yeah, but it's really good. I should have put this on my deja vu build earlier, but I didn't even think about it. I was trying to get all straight, non-player specific perks. But these are player specific perks. But Dwight comes with the game. I'm pretty sure Meg comes with the game, and then Fungman, you can just buy her with iridescent shards here, and you just level all of them up to level 1 at least, blood point at prestige level 1, and then you get all their perks on everybody, and then you can pick the survivor you like and level them up and get the perks in purple, so you can have the maximum effect. Well, let's get to it. See if it works. It's a decent build. Again, not a very strong build, but this will help. These two will help you get away from the killer, and these two will help you with cooperative actions of healing and getting gens done and whatnot. And let's see how this works. Raccoon City Police Station. Might get some elite value here. Some life value. Because I can. Get it. And we'll do this.
Guess who's invited?
I think. I was hoping that was the one they got. It's Achilles. That's okay, I guess. Where's an eye light? So the gen out here is here, so that's good. Means they're not too tight together. 2 double hooks. Get some myself value. I'm gonna have to go right now, sweetheart. He's still around the hook. Yeah, I don't know. Could have waited to get this gen done, maybe. That was too far away. Good grief, people. You took one of my invites. No, one of my invitations. No fair. Go ahead. Oh, okay. When he went. Okay. Come back this way. Yeah, let's not run back this way. Okay. 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 myself away. Okay. Okay. Now you come and get me. Nice. Bitch. It's two. Oh, you got low pro, really? Hi, bud. Zoomers on that one. Get the hell out of here. Quiet mode, you don't know where I'm at. I went the wrong way. I'm just dead. Okay. 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 Okay.
You seem troubled.
That is bullshit. If I was the hillbilly, I'd have been stunned out of my fucking boots. Here we go. Another nice little beginner style build. Again, not too strong, but you know it'll get you going, get you where you need to go, to help you learn the game and whatnot. We got alert. The Feng Ming perk. Again, you can buy her with shards. I suggest she's one of the first ones you buy because she does have some good perks. She has life, alert, and I forget what her other one is, or technician. So that'll help you out with gens and getting away from the killer and stuff like that. And alert here is you activate your senses, your cute, senses on high alert when the killer performs a break action. The killer is revealed to you for 5 seconds. His aura is revealed to you, pink aura, for 5 seconds, and it'll give you a audio cue so you know to look around and find out where the killer is at. So you can keep an eye on where he's at when you don't know exactly where he's at, especially if you don't have a heartbeat or whatever. Or if you do have a terror radius / heartbeat, and you don't know where he's at, and he kicks something near you, you can be like, oh, he's over there. I need to move this way, or whatnot. Then you have sprint burst. It is a Meg Thomas perk. I'm pretty sure she comes with the game. Again, if not, you can buy her with shards, but I'm pretty sure she comes with the game when you buy her. She's one of the 4 that come with the game. I'm pretty sure. When you start running, gain a 50% haste boost for the maximum of 3 seconds. This is one of them exhaustion perks. It causes exhaustions for 40 seconds, and sprint burst cannot be used while exhausted. And you do not recover. I should have said this. In another build, earlier in one of the build thingies I'm doing here. I'm probably gonna smash these all together to build video together for like a longer video, hopefully. So it won't be too long, but get a couple of matches with these 3 builds that I'm doing here. And but I should have said earlier, you do not recover from exhaustion while you're running. You have to stop and move around, and move around walking, or stand still or whatever. I wouldn't stand still too long. You'll get crows, but still you can't. Your exhaustion does not recover while you're running. And that's why I've got urban evasion. So here's evading the cops. 2 about stealth. While crouching, you have 100% haste. Haste increases fighter's movement speed. So your normal crouch speed is boosted by 100, and it allows you to move around. Like so, if you use up your sprint burst, you can crouch. You can still move at a decent speed while you regain your exhaustion, or your exhaustion goes away, and you can move around quickly. You can get around corners and maybe evade the killer. Be a little sneaky with this. Like it helps out with your exhaustion and whatnot. So it's good to have. I was gonna put on fixated, but that is a Nancy Wheeler perk, so you'd have to buy Nancy Wheeler, and that takes real world money. So I figured Nia Carlson. She's I don't think she comes with the base game. She might. I'm not for sure, but if not, you can grind out and get her. Grind out and get her with iridescent shards. I suggest she's one of the ones to get because she's got urban evasion, streetwise, and I forget what her other perk is. It's really nice. She's got a nice set of perks. So yeah, I would definitely grind to get her. Like I said, you don't have to come out of pocket for her. You can just grind for iridescent shards. Again, it's like 9,000. You might be since she's been around for a while, she might be lower, but still, give or take. So yeah, and it's worth it. It's worth it. It gives you something to strive for. Be like, yes, I got to do this. So, and then we've got Dark Sense, which is a normal perk. Comes with everybody on the game. Base kit unlocks the potential in one's aura reading ability. Each time a generator is completed, Dark Sense activates. While Dark Sense is active, the killer enters a 24-meter radius around you. From which is weird. You reveal their aura for 10 seconds. Once the aura duration expires, Dark Sense deactivates. So whenever you do a gen or a gen is completed, this activates. And then if you get in range, if you get in 24-meter range of the killer, or the killer happens to get in a 24-meter range of you, you see his aura. Unless if it's a stealth killer, which we haven't ran into those, but stealth killers get undetectability, and if they're undetectable in their stealth mode, whether it's Ghostface, in his Night Shroud, or the Onryo in her manifestation, or someone running a perk that makes them undetectable. You can't see their aura, but for the time that they're not undetectable, knocked out of the power, wait for the power to recharge, etc., or just a non-stealth killer, you can see and you have this active within a 24-meter range, you can see the killer, and that really comes in handy. And then it deactivates once 10 seconds is up, and then you got to go complete another gen to reactivate. It's not a one and done. You can reactivate it through the thing, and essentially you can have this. Yeah, you can have this like 7 times a match because you got to do 7 matches. You got to do 5 times. You got to do 5 times. You can have this 5 times a match because you have to do 5 gens as long as they don't overlap. Sometimes you'll have it active and someone will finish another gen and that doesn't stack or hold or bank or whatever. You just lose that one, so you just now have 4 instead of 5 or whatever. So like if you have it active and if you have it already active and someone does a gen, it doesn't bank. You just lose that opportunity. So again, if you're looking at 5, you did one, so you got that one, so now you got 4 more, and then someone does a gen and it's still active. Whether you're seeing the killer's aura or you haven't seen the killer's aura, as long as it's active while the 10 seconds is remaining, while you're seeing the killer's aura or it's just active, you don't get that. You lose one, so now you're down to 3 instead of having 4 after that. If you understand what I'm saying, it doesn't bank or stack or whatever. But this is a decent keep an eye on the killer build, and then you can run away when you run, and you can like, oh shit, runaway time, and then again while you're waiting for exhaustion to build back up, you can crouch walk. You can crouch walk like a mug. And I'm playing Ada here. She's one of the quieter characters. Again, you got to come out of pocket to buy her, but I like her. She's got some good perks, and again, she's one of the quieter characters. But let's get into it. Ooh, Freddy Fazbear's Pizzeria. I didn't know this was a thing. It is Nemesis. That sounds like Nemesis um, terror radius. Oh, he's back here. Yep, that's Nimmy. There we go. Good shot at. Back there. Use a sprint burst there. Is he still on me? He's kicking that chin. Boop. Nope. He's seen me. Nope. Sorry, bud. You're not up high enough. Idiot zombie. I kind of know where he's at. He's on the table. It's good to know he's on someone. Always use your HUD to the left of the screen. Always pay attention to your HUD. The little crab legs, but like spider legs around the portrait. Okay, that hits, I'm sure. He started at the other side of the fucking room. My sprint burst back. I thought that was he not gonna let's just go over here. Ah! Okay. Punch the rock. You punch through the rock, and you gotta have teeth for a fucking swing like that. You don't have. So, of course, he's gonna come back where I'm at. Shit. Nope. Hey, bud. Oh, that's a nice little vault. I like that vault. Really? Actually getting good value out of my perks. This is a finally. Now if we can just get this last gin done, wherever the hell it's at. Actually getting decent value out of our perks. This is actually a decent game. I knew if we had like a decent chase killer, you know, he does got a little bit of anti-loop with his whip, but you know, someone that you can, you know, yeah, he's getting some hooks. He's got 3 hooks, but you know, not too impressive. I can show off the build a little bit. You know, I'm not looking for an easy match by any stretch of the imagination. Across the mountain, basically, she might might as well be on the moon ski. Oh, he's got no ed, but he knocked me out. Wow. That sucks. No, yep, that sucks. Let's see if they can get out. Of course he has no. No ed's a killer perk, in-game perk. Only it activates when the last gen's done. A dull totem gets sparked up and makes everybody exposed. No matter what your health state is, you're downable. I think it's a bit of a cheap perk. It gives a reward. I think it rewards. I think it's a cheap perk. It rewards the killer for having a bad match and rewards the killer for having bad habits. And instills bad habits into the killer. If you have it on for like a meme build or try to be funny or whatever, you're one of them creators that like to use it because it pisses people off. That's fine. But I think newer players, it instills bad habits and it rewards you for being terrible, for being bad at the game. Like he had 3 hooks that whole entire game, 4 hooks as I was finishing that doors. That's not a good game for him. He was playing poorly, but now he's not going to learn because he's going to get a 3K possibly out of this because Noed gave it to him. Yep, he's getting a 3K because Noed gave him a 3K. And he would have got a 4 out and would be like, why'd I get 4 outed? And now he's oh, she's doing dribblers too. But now he's not going to really learn. He's I got a 3K. I did good. So no, you didn't. You crutched on a perk. You didn't do good. That's just my opinion on the perk. Yep. And eruption, haywire. Takes nothing but misery. Ah. It's not a bad perk. If you're that's not a bad perk, you use it right. Right here. Once the exit gates are powered, if there is a dull totem remaining on the mech, this hex will be applied to it. While the hex is active, survivors suffer from the exposed status effect. You have 2%. The killer has 2% haste. Once the hexed effect is revealed to the survivors, its hex totem aura is shown to the survivors in a range of 4 meters. The range increasing steadily over a 30-second period to 24 meters. If you don't have at least 1 or 2 kills by 30 seconds at the end game with no ed before it gets to 24 meters, then you're doing something wrong. But I still think if you need this perk, as long as the hex totem is standing, it persists. So you can crack the totem, cleanse the totem, and get rid of it. But I think, that's like everybody's like with the aura. The aura nerf has received a while back, and it being a hex totem, everybody's like, oh, I didn't have nothing wrong with it. There you go, right there. You had a nemesis that was beat with a 4 out, maybe a 3 out, if he camped that Sable, and but no, it turned a 3 out, possible 4 out, more likely a 4 out, into a 3K because it gave him an unearned, not unfair, but an unearned advantage at the end game because he played terribly the whole entire game, and then now he probably thinks he played good, and doesn't realize that this perk right here won the game for him basically. Just my opinion.